test it real quick. God did that. This glow ain't love, it's His glory. Yeah. Look at me now. God did that. Every setback He flipped that. God did that. Every mountain He moved that. God did that. Every tear He used that. God did that. Hey, through the rain and the quake, God did that. New strength, new faith, God did that. When He brought me out that waiting room, God did that. Whole glow, whole breakthrough, God did that. I walked through storms with a prayer on my lips. Devil pushed hard, but I didn't lose my grip. God held me close when the world got rough. Came out the fire looking blessed, faith tough. Mountains got high when the ground was breaking. Oil got thicker while the enemy was hating. I ain't bragging, I'm just speaking true. When you see me shining, just know who brought me through. Cause He kept me, He stretched me for His glory. Turned all my pressure into purpose that blessed me. Through every earthquake I learned to ride. That's why this joy stays multiplying. Look at me now, got it. Every battle He won that. Every mountain when He moved that. Every tear He used that. Through the rain and the quake, God did that. New strength, new faith, God did that. When He brought me out the waiting room, God did that. Whole glow, breakthrough, God did that. I remember being broken in that waiting room, but He stepped in with a joy that cleared the gloom. He said, girl, I'm the God who makes storms behave. Now I'm dancing in the freedom only Jesus gave. My mountains rose cause my earthquake shook. My praise is loud, go ahead, take a look. You can't stop what the Lord ordains. I'm proof that beauty grows through rain. He kept me, His glow is His. He blessed me, this peace is free. You see this joy, baby, that's how grace is. He never left, He stayed the whole time. Now watch His glory shine. He did it, He did it, He did it. My joy back it, He did it. My peace back it, He did it. My mind back it, He did it, He did it. My joy back it, my peace back it, He did 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 it. My joy back, He did it. My peace back, He did it. My mind, He did it. My strength rebuilt, He did it. Yeah. Look at me now, God did that. Every setback He flipped that. God did that. Every mountain He moved that. God did that. Every tear He used that. God did that. Through the rain, through every quake, God did that. New strength, new faith, God did that. Out the waiting room in the purpose, God did that. Whole glow, whole breakthrough, God did that. Yeah. Look at me now. Only one name gets the credit. God did that.
Yes, only one name gets the credits. God did that. Yes, out that waiting room in the purpose. God did that, didn't He, this year? Oh man. Well, I wanted to pop in today to first thank every single person who has shown love to Listen Linda brand and marketing and publishing, to every single person who has poured into Listen Linda brand marketing and publishing, but also to every single client of mine who trusted me to bring their stories to life through song, through publishing their books, through poetry, participating in my anthologies, having me manage their anthologies as far as marketing, bestseller campaigns, book covers, illustrations for children's books, anything that anyone has ever felt like, you know what, for my project that I want to put out, I'm going to call Jacqueline. I just want to say thank you all. Um, a lot of times people do things for money. A lot of times people do things for clout. But this year, I poured myself into my work because I've had some things go on in my life that has really made me kind of want to, as I what I want to say is, really try to divert my attention into something that is positive. Um, as a lot of you know, my mom passed in January of this year. Um, she was found on the south side of Chicago, after 2 days of being dead from suicide. And she was found 2 days before her birthday, which means she passed 4 days before her birthday. Her birthday is January 9th, which means she passed January 5th. And I did not find out until January 7th. Okay. Um, during that time, I was actually in the middle of a few projects. Women of the Waiting Room, Surgery for Your Soul Volume 2 was about to get ready and come out. I was working with another person with their anthology at the time. And it was coming up to my husband's birthday. It was coming up to my sons, both of my oldest bonus son and my oldest biological son, Jaden. His birthday was coming up, and it was just a lot going on. It was around Christmas time, New Year's. I had a lot of things happening. I was getting ready for the launch of the Women of the Waiting Room. I had three versions coming out. I had the magazine coming out, and I was working with a few people behind the scenes on their projects as well. Um, so I needed something to kind of take my mind off the passing of my mom. If you all have been along on the journey with me, through Listen Linda, and just through me, as far as my literary work, you will know that I started off my writing journey speaking about my relationship with my mom and my dad, and how it was strained, but I still love them regardless. So everybody who knows me knows about China. If you read Mountains Can't Rise Without Earthquakes, China and Chico, that's my mom and my dad, their nicknames. They were very, very much heavily talked about in Mountains Can't Rise Without Earthquakes, just so people can get a clear understanding of when you are dealing with parents who have been victim of their own childhood traumas and their own generational curses. We just have to learn to give grace and patience and love our parents regardless, right? And so that's what I've been doing the past 36 years of my life. So when I lost my mom, I had just talked to her a couple weeks earlier. She was in the hospital from trying to um, commit suicide. And me and her had a very deep talk. And I wrote about it in Women of the Waiting Room, Devotional Volume 2. Um, we had a strange talk that day. But my mom is a jokester just like me, so she tried to play tough, but I kind of knew I hurt her feelings when she told me what she tried to do. And so I called back and I apologized, of course, because it's just something about me. I can't, it's the respectfulness in me when speaking to any of my elders. No matter if they wrong or right. I just believe that my delivery should always be respectful, whether I agree with them or not, whether they are wrong or right. It's just in me. As I was raised by all of my foster parents and anybody that has put a helping hand in raising me is always been a strong black woman, and they have always told me to love and respect my elders, whether they are wrong or right. That don't mean I have to agree with them. That don't mean that I have to agree with what they're saying. It's just my delivery should always, always, always be respectful, and that's what I try to convey. So I definitely called her back that day. I apologized to her, and 2 weeks later, she succeeded in her attempt of suicide. So this year has been very tough. Um, I try to bury myself in my work. I love my work. And I think that's another reason why I go so hard and I'm very, very always on the defense. Because being a creative, and especially a creator these days, is very hard because this is my 9 to 5. This is my 24/7. So I try to come up with ideas on how to get income because I am disabled. I do have lupus, I do have fibromyalgia, and I did have thyroid cancer, two surgeries 10 years ago. And so I am living without a thyroid now. So this is Facebook, Instagram, being a creator, being a publisher, being a content creator. This is my 9 to 5. This is how I help with my household. So when I see people and I work so hard to try to create things that people like and that people enjoy so they can keep coming back. So when I see other creators or I see other people, if I come up with a campaign, they're right behind me doing the same campaign, or I'm always at the defense of who's trying to steal, my intellectual property, who's trying to create things that I'm creating, because people say that this space is so big, but it's really not. And if it's going to be the same people that are in your circles that are going to take your ideas, then maybe we need to kick those people out our circles and then just give them another blueprint. And tell them to go follow somebody else and get their blueprint from somebody else. So that's the reason why I'm at defense when I see certain groups doing that to me. And even though I know, they can take the recipe, but the sauce won't taste the same. What God got for me is for me. I know all of that, but I also know that betrayal does not come from the enemy. Okay, so we have to be mindful of that. And moving into 2026, I plan to do just that. So it is here. 2026 is here. I am definitely hopeful for what's ahead, and what's to come in the future of 2026. I even made this cute little thing. Look at that. Oh, ain't that cute? The 2026 New Year. So yeah, I came on because I got mail. Okay. I came on because I got mail and I wanted to share it with you all. Um, Before I open the package, I do want to thank all of the women from Listen Linda Arthur Bootcamp 2.0. We will be having our graduation ceremony sometime next week. I have to get with the ladies. They all hit bestseller. Every project that I've ever touched, whether I was in the project, a part of the project, managed the project, compiled the project, or published the project, has always hit bestseller. And I know people say, well, what is it? What is it? What is it? Well, I think what it is that I'm doing what God brought me here to do. And along the way, I've met a lot of people who has actually, through either their art or their guidance, or even just their presence, has really brought out, you know, a different, not necessarily a different side of me, because I've always been a creative by nature, but I always took that as just being my hobby, not really fully understanding the word when it said God God will give you your gifts and your gifts will make way for your inheritance, right? And so God promised us inheritance and overflow, and he gives us these gifts. And so I've always had a gift for writing. I've always had a gift for creating. I've always, um, by nature, just been a singer at heart, been a poet by heart, been a songwriter by heart, and just had a musical ear, a ear for a hit, a ear for producing. And I always said I wanted to be an A&R. If I wasn't, if I wasn't a singer, I wanted to just be an A&R, or just be someone who actually sits in the room and points out what the hit will be and what needs to be the next single. And so I came on today because I really want to thank every single person who has trusted me with their projects. But I also have the new edition of Listen Linda magazine in the mail. And you guys, I have to take this background out so you guys can actually see it. So I want to say to you all, Please excuse my background because um my my office is going through construction right now. So um just excuse my office. I'm gonna try to pull this up so it can't really be seen, but you see all of that stuff in the background. Excuse it, please. I'm going through construction in my office right now. Okay. So I got the magazine today and I'm gonna open it. Okay. And this is the Christmas edition of the Listen Linda magazine. Is that not beautiful? And I'm not just saying it because I'm on the cover of it, right? But I actually offered the Christmas cover, but nobody took advantage. So, of course, Listen Linda has a new album, and my album is now available on all platforms. It is also available in vinyl and CD right now. If you go to elasticstage.com/listen Linda, you will be able to purchase not just the vinyl, but the CD as well. So I'm super excited about this. I'm trying to figure which, okay, here it is. I'm trying to get rid of that background. So this is the front, and we want to go into the editor's note here. And my favorite, probably one of my favorite parts of the magazine, of course, is the Meet Our Team. So what I try to do um every issue is I like coordination, and I like for us to look as like a team, you know. So I try to kind of put us in uniform, so to speak. So I have my ladies dressed like debutantes and my men dressed like gentlemen. As you can see, everybody either has on white ivory or white feathers, and me, I have on the fur, and we all just look fabulous. Okay, fabulous. And so this um edition of the magazine, we speak, of course, on the year of Listen Linda, and how much we have accomplished. We have the Pay Pro V Spotlight by Laquita Parks. We have Young Save Leaders Corner, and that is my kids, their corner, where Jaden does open letters to teens about different topics, and Dukes, of course, has his art corner. And then we have world news. We have Dr. Cox movie reviews. That's my husband. He reviews the movies that he watch every month. So it's really cute and nice. And then Health and Wellness by Carolyn Gentry Coleman. The Holy Tea Table by Leanne Cerise Hendrick. Never Say Can't by Dr. Audrey Ann Moses. Elena Maria Wrights. Poetry Den with the Voice. And this edition, I picked 10 top 10 kingdompreneurs of 2025. And let's just go look at a few of them. So right here we have Cheryl Stabler of Just Faith TV. We have, and it came out so beautiful, Lakeisha Williams of Brick House Unlimited. We have Fee Davis of Fee Davis Publishing. We have Rachel Claiborne, Just Rach. And we have, let's see. It's a beautiful magazine. It really is. We have Lisa Seymour. We have Minister Tanya Carter Vinson of I Smile Podcast. LaShawn Fernandez of Here Is the Insurance Lady. Queenie Love. And that is Queenie Love of A Lot of Little Stories. We have Solomon Savoy who published with me this year. Man of God went number one new release, number one bestseller on Amazon. Congratulations. But also my girl, Shannon. Shannon's the boy, which is Solomon's wife and a really good friend of mine. Her book also hit number one bestseller, number one new release on Amazon. And her book was called The Imposters. And she also published with Listen Linda and sent some sent some projects my way too. So I really want to thank Shannon for that as well. But also I have Duke's Corner. And of course, I gave tribute to me and my husband for our 10th anniversary. But Duke's Corner, it really showcases his artwork. And this is different artwork that he has done for the month of December here. And each writer has, oh, and then I also did, I produced one full album and two songs for another client and really good friend of mine. So, um, Dr. Velma Bagby will Hold Your Head Up Princess. And another song that I produced for her was um, No Holiday Without Mama. And I congratulated her here in the magazine and the release of Dr. Norma's album, Christmas After Midnight. So congratulations to those ladies. And there's Dr. Cox movie reviews. But also, I want to thank Dr. Velma because she sent me some really good information that I gave to my oldest son, Jaden. Um, and his article was entitled Balancing Time with Family and Friends During the Holidays. Here he is. That's my Jaden right there. And he just really wrote an open letter to teens who need to or who may need to have some information on how to balance their time with family, with friends, streaming video games or whatever, and just try to keep a balance with that. But also, he Dr. Velma sent some graphics, and Jaden deep dived into that about how to manage dealing with children with autism and ADHD during the holidays. So he um, has some tips in here for managing excitement at Christmas, as well as some steps and tools and what to find, dealing with meltdowns and those different type of things to help certain parents who probably are not full-time parents and they're getting their kids over the holidays and don't really know how to manage or deal with certain issues that they may have, like the excited brain, sensory overload, and those types of things. So if you're getting a loved one over the holidays and you really don't know how to deal with those things because you don't have them on a consistent basis, this really does help you just to be able to notice some of the signs. And I picked those two ages to give to him because he will be 15 and I have a son that is 9. One has autism and the other one has ADHD. So I thought that this was a really, really cute thing for him to do, and he always does such a wonderful job. And then we have the cover story, which is me and the new album, that's self-titled Listen Linda, and it is available now on all platforms. Hey, Lee girlfriend, hey girl. Oh, love and hugs to you too, Cherise. Oh, thank you. Yeah, so we're just going over the magazine. I got it in the mail. Also have the author spotlight, which is Mary Beal. Her book, she completed it with the Listen Linda boot camp. #1 bestseller on Amazon in Kindle and paperback. So congratulations. But I also dubbed her the matriarch of the year. Um, from Cotton Fields to Castles really, really, really was an amazing book and an amazing project. Um, it was very different from any of the ones that I've ever done before because this one was not just a regular memoir. Mary has lived a full and is living a full life. And she's a historian just by nature, right? She's helped a lot of people in her family and friends write their life stories. And so um, she she really she went all the way with this project. We've been working on this project now for a couple months. And what I liked about Mary's was that right after her memoir, she has scripture index. She also has a picture memoir in the back that takes you through different parts of her life where she has traveled all over the world and she really has lived in cotton fields and then really did live in castles in real life. So I'm very, very proud of Mary and all that she's accomplished with her book. And then, of course, we have Dr. Audrey Ann with her, um, Dr. Audrey Ann with um, her article called "Without Losing," honoring the holiday season without losing the Christ, and I thought that this was very nice. And then she sent in she sent in an AI picture that I made her a couple years ago. I've been doing AI for a long, long time, you guys. So yeah, and I thought that was really cute. But after each one, of course, we got my girl Leanne and her holy tea table was in the midst of the holiday blues, and it was very nice, very nice. Um, then we got my girl, The Voice, a Heart of Christmas, and hers is a lot of poetry and just affirmations. She's a very, very great poet. I'm so glad she's on the team. And then, of course, we have my girl, Elena Maria Wright, with hers is entitled Just Merry Christmas. And she goes in to talk about um, the way that Christmas happens in her home by her being a single Black mother. So I can definitely appreciate her article as well. And then we have none other than my girl, Dr. Laquita Parks, and her article for Paypro V Spotlight was called The Gift of Connection. And it just really pays homage to people who show up for you. Just the gift of your presence. So not presence with a T, but presence with a C. And I can really appreciate her article as well. And right here, she says, just give the gift of you. And it was a really beautiful article. And of course, we got my girl Gentry. She always starts off the magazine with being healthy during the holidays. So we always start off the magazine with health and wellness with Gentry. And she is just talking about being healthy during the holidays, some tips that can manage stress before it manage you, and also about certain foods that you should eat. And I think she even went as far as giving some holiday favorites with some recipes in here. So, of course, it's my girl Gentry, and it's just a really beautiful magazine. I'm very, very proud of this edition of the magazine because it also spotlights a few awards that I gave out this year. So the first award that I gave out was the Robin Hood Award of Excellence, and I gave that to um, my girl Leanne Cerise Hendrick for her organization Beyond the Call. She does so much, you guys. She gives out toiletries and clothes, shoes, food. She helps women and children find shelter. She gives out stuff for the holiday season, gifts. She gives out stuff for back to school drives. She has her own back to school drive, I believe, and she just does so much out of her own pocket. She actually goes in her own kitchen and cook and just feed people. And it's just amazing of the things that she is doing in her community and beyond her community. And so I wanted to make sure that she was properly acknowledged in this edition of Listen Linda magazine. So she definitely won this award for Robin Hood Award of Excellence. And then I really wanted to highlight a really dear friend of mine, not just because she's a friend of mine or a true client of mine, but because she really deserved this award. And it was the Kingdom Woman of the Year award that I presented to Dr. Velma Bagby. If you guys have not heard of Dr. Velma Bagby, you literally have been sleeping under a rock. Usually, her ministry is consistent and consists of um, helping um, people who are dating with the intent of marriage. Okay, she has a series of books out um, that are this called The Catch, and she talks about dating and relationships and how we should date with the intent of marriage. And she's been married now, going on 52 years in February. So she really does know a lot about it, and she is a real ordained minister. And she has uh, a doctorate in ministry, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, in a doctorate in theology, and so she really knows her stuff. But further than that, she has really opened her um, her catalog, so to speak, her platform, and and expanded it to reach the masses, not just about dating and relationships, but about being in the corporate field and still finding your voice, about even men who are dating with the intent to marry. But also, she stepped out so much further and started speaking on her own life and the life that that she had when she was younger and growing up, and just reaching so many different platforms and so many different audiences with her life experiences and things that she would normally talk about. She has really opened up so much this year, and I'm so super proud of everything that she has going on as far as musically. She's coming out with an album. She has songs out. She has written over 200 songs, and she's finally stepping out of that shell and just allowing those songs to reach other people and bless other people with her beautiful spirit, her beautiful songwriting, and her beautiful voice. So I definitely don't think that any other person on the planet right now deserves this award more than my good friend. I call her Mama V, um, my kids' god grandmother, Dr. Velma Bagby. Just phenomenal, phenomenal lady. And then, of course, we got, listen, Linda is on fire in 2025, and it just really it shows like all the things because we Listen Linda brand and marketing has been founded for 2 years, okay, but Listen Linda publishing, with me actually publishing for other people, didn't start until June of this year, late June of this year. And my first client was Lakeisha Williams, and um, we published 4 projects. We published a whole magazine for her. We published 3 other projects, and we published them all and released them all on the same day within 2 weeks. And when she hit number one on every project on the same day, number one on Amazon in every project on the same day, I knew something was special with Listen Linda Publishing. And that's when I started the boot camp. And then those 5 ladies hit number one all in the same week. And then I started publishing for other people. I started publishing for myself. But I've been publishing myself for over a year already. So I'm super excited um, about the things that Listen Linda has accomplished. So I'll just go ahead and read it. Founded in June 2025, Listen Linda Publishing produced and released over 47 Amazon best-selling books and ebooks in under 6 months, amplified 130 to 180 authors and contributors, completed 2 author boot camps, published 5 multi-author number one best-selling anthologies, released 12 number one Amazon best-selling magazines and ebooks and print magazines, and executed 5 Times Square Billboard campaigns, establishing itself as a high-impact Black-owned independent publishing house in its first year. Okay, huge, absolutely huge, and it could not have been possible without um, you all first, right? But also with people who collaborate with me, my collaborators in the magazine, my contributing writers, people who sign on to do campaigns, people who sign on to the boot camp. I know that I make my prices affordable for people, and you guys can appreciate that. But I also want you all to just appreciate a little more the time and the effort that really goes into these projects. Um, and what people like me who do these things are going through behind the scenes to make it possible. Um, Everybody goes through things in life. Everybody has pain. Everybody goes through different stages of loss and those different things. But we cannot allow those things to stop us. And to think in August, I almost gave it up. I was so upset because I felt betrayed. Um, I had started something new and I wasn't getting the support from people who I had poured so much support in. And I just felt very sad about that and depressed because I was like, wow, I helped so many people build their platforms and build their brands. And even if they had ideas that I gave or that I had and they turned around and did it, I still supported them. So when I didn't see that same support for me, because I was stepping out and doing something new, or I was stepping out and creating a lane for myself, and I thought that those same people that I supported so much would be there for me. And when I saw them kind of fade to black, it really, really upset me. Um, but I had a friend, I had a true friend. And she went so hard on me. Dr. Velma Bagby, I just want to say in front of my whole 7, 8, 10,000 audience, I just really want to say that what you did when you called me and you checked me and told me I better not quit. Don't give the devil that, okay? And I was so upset with you because I was like, how could she just say these things to me? But I really want to thank you for that because I did not quit. I did not stop. I did not do what those people wanted me to do. I did not shut down my publishing company. I did not shut down my brand and marketing. I did not stop my magazine. I kept going and I kept going and I went even further and did even more. And I just want to thank you because if it were not for you, I would have quit. I would have given the enemy exactly what they wanted. And that was for me to quit, to not be the force, the reckoning that I am today. And so I thank you, Dr. Velma. I thank you, Leanne, Cerise, Peaches, Williams, Hendrick. I thank you, Carolyn Coleman. I thank you, Audrey Ann Moses. I thank you, Dr. Marvis Cox. I thank you, Jaden Smith Cox. I thank you. I just thank everybody, every single person who has ever poured into me, who's poured into Listen Linda Brand and Marketing. I thank you. I appreciate you. Every person who has said congratulations to me, every person who has said wonderful job. Every person who has said, you know what, Jackie, I may not be able to afford your services, but I can appreciate and respect the reason why you charge what you charge, because I still don't charge what the industry charges. And I know I said I was going up to industry rate, which I'm not going all the way up to industry rate, but my prices will change start January 1st. So if it is a project that you want to do, I would suggest book with me before my prices change. Okay. Again, this is the Listen Linda magazine. Thank you to all my sponsors. I'll just read them because I don't know if you can see it. Dr. Velma Talks, Paypro V Publishing, Beyond the Call, Dr. Norma's Story House, Never Say Can't, Victorious by Design. Thank you, thank you, thank you all. Thank all the top 10 Kingdompreneurs. Thank my award recipients, the Matriarch of the Year, Kingdom Woman of the Year, and the Robin Hood Award of Excellence honoree. I thank every single person who has poured into Listen Linda magazine, who has poured into Listen Linda Publishing, who has poured into Listen Linda Brand and Marketing, who has poured into Young Saved Leaders. That is my son's organization, and all of the proceeds from the Listen Linda magazine does go to Young Saved Leaders, and for the work that my kids do in the community and right here in Aurora. They are award-winning recipients themselves of the Illinois Black Chamber of Commerce, and the mayor right here in Aurora, former mayor Richard Irving, and Aurora in Black has featured my boys for the work that they do in the community with people with disabilities. So, and what my husband does for the community for homeless people in this community that we don't really shine a light on and speak on too much, because my husband really feels like he doesn't want cameras following him for what he does, because he said cameras did not follow Jesus. And so I do respect that. But if people only knew behind the scenes, the things that the men in my house are doing, it's not just me. It's a whole house full of people who are doing what God called them to do right here in Montgomery, Illinois. And we appreciate every single person who pours into the Cox Family Ministry. So that's all. I just really wanted to leave you all with that. Before I go into my next reveal, I'm going to play you all one of my songs from the album Listen Linda, and it is called God Did That. So after God Did That, I'll be right back.
Yeah. Let me test it real quick. God did that. This glowing love, it's His glory. Yeah. Look at me now. God did that. Every setback He flipped that. God did that. Every mountain He moved that. God did that. Every tear He used that. God did that. Hey, through the rain and the quake, God did that. New strength, new faith, God did that. When He brought me out that waiting room, God did that. Whole glow, whole breakthrough, God did that. I walked through storms with a prayer on my lips. Devil pushed hard, but I didn't lose my grip. God held me close when the world got rough. Came out the fire looking blessed, faith tough. Mountains got high when the ground was breaking. Oil got thicker while the enemy was hating. I ain't bragging, I'm just speaking true. When you see me shining, just know who brought me through. Cause He kept me, yeah, He did. He stretched me for His glory. Turned all my pressure into purpose that blessed me. Through every earthquake I learned to ride. That's why this joy stays multiplying. Look at me now, got it. God did that. Every battle He won that. God did that. Every mountain He moved that. God did that. Every tear He used that. God did that. Through the rain and the quake, God did that. New strength, new faith, God did that. When He brought me out the waiting room, God did that. Whole glow, breakthrough, God did that. I remember being broken in that waiting room, but He stepped in with a joy that cleared the gloom. He said, girl, I'm the God who makes storms behave. Now I'm dancing in the freedom only Jesus gave. My mountains rose cause my earthquake shook. My praise is loud, go ahead, take a look. You can't stop what the Lord ordained. beauty grows through rain. He kept me, this glow is his. He blessed me, this peace is free. You see this joy, baby, that's how grace is. He never left, he stayed the whole time. Now watch his glory shine. He did it, he did it, he did it. My joy back it, he did it. My peace back it, he did it. My mind back it, he did it, he did it. My joy back it, my peace back it, he did it. He did it, he did it, he did it, he did it, he did it. My joy back, he did it. My peace back, he did it. My mind, he did it. My strength rebuilt, he did it. Yeah. Look at me now, God did that. Every setback he flipped it, God did that. Every mountain he moved it, God did that. Every tear he used it, God did that. Through the rain, through every way, God did that. New strength, new faith, God did that. Out the waiting room in the purpose, God did that. Whole glow, whole breakthrough, God did that. Yeah. Look at me now. Only one name gets the credit. God did that.
Every mountain he moved. All right. Waiting in the way, God did that. New strength, new faith, God did that. When he brought me out the waiting room, whole glow, whole breakthrough, God did that. And in that waiting room, I stepped in with a joy that cleared the gloom. When my storms behave, and only Jesus gave. My mountains rose cause my earthquake shook. Go ahead, take a look. You can't stop what the Lord ordains. I'm proof that beauty grows through rain. He kept me. He stretched me. You see this joy, baby, that's how grace feels. He never left, he stayed the whole time. Now watch his glory shine. He did it. I'm sorry. He did it, y'all. My mind back. He did it. 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 My joy back. My peace back. My mind back. My strength he will. Hey, look at me now, God did that. Every setback he flipped it. Every mountain he moved it. Every tear he used it. Through the rain, through every quake. No strength, no faith, God did that. Out the waiting room in the purpose. Whole glow, whole breakthrough, God did that. Look at me now. Only one name gets the credit. And God did that. I love that song, God did that. I really love that song. Okay, so now I have another package. Another package that I want to open today. Let's get this back off. Okay. And that is From Cotton Fields to Castles, Memoirs of Mary L. Beale, published by Listen Linda Publishing. And like I said, hers is a very different, very beautiful, of course. All covers designed by yours truly. Well, also just like the inside of it is very beautiful. The formatting, the editing is superb, if I may say so myself. But not just that. What I really, really, really appreciated about Mary Beale's book was her photo gallery. Um, and it shows like different parts of the world that she has traveled to and been able to see throughout her life, but also tombstones and grave sites of her great great grandparents, and just people that she knows and love along the way in her life. It just and some she's lost, some are still here, and it's just really beautiful. And I appreciated this so much because some of these pictures are like really really old. Um, and I was like, wow, if I could, I wish I could go back and find so, so many of my ancestors and people's pictures that were taken so long ago, um, that she was able to find, as far as her family is concerned. It's just really beautiful to see. She even has a picture in here with one of the former presidents. And so just to be able to see the life that she has lived and the life that her and from humble beginnings, from where her family came from. Um, and this is some people from Mwanza, and just different places that she just went like all over the world. Just so fascinating to see. Um, her native ancestor here. It's just beautiful. Just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful book, beautiful spirit, beautiful story. The way that she took her time to do this book, um, I know it meant a lot to her to complete this book. And so to be able to do that for her was truly a blessing. And it really is a beautiful book. And I really think that we need to start giving our elders a lot more recognition for the things that they are doing and have done, not just for us, but just um, for our whole lineage to come. With that being said, who's excited for 2026? I know that I am. I know I'm kind of not really my real jumpy, real excited self. I am battling some things health wise, but I want you all to stay encouraged. I want you to really, really focus this next year on the gifts that God has given you. Let's stop looking to the left and the right of us and seeing what other people are doing and trying to mimic that. Um, I remember being in high school, and I always tell the story because it really happened in real life. So I was in high school, and I was really, really smart in my class, and um, it was a girl who used to always cheat on my paper. She used to always cheat on my paper. Always looking to see my answers and copying my answers, and I was so frustrated by that. Like it wasn't a thing where I was being bullied or anything. She was what you would say. She wanted to say she was a friend of mine, but that was only I really think beneficial for her, so she could cheat off my papers. And so I went home and I told my mom, my foster mom. Her name was Sharon Moore, and I told her, and she was a teacher. She was actually my sixth grade teacher, who had took me in at the time and became my foster parent. Well, she told me, she said, I want you to go to school and tell your teacher that I said to, for your next test, to rearrange the answers. So we would have, I mean, the questions. So we had the same questions, but they were on different spots on the paper. So my number one would be her number seven. My number five would be her number two, or so on and so forth. And so the teacher did it because I wanted to, because this girl, she was really smart, or at least that's what the teachers thought. And it was hard for them to believe that she was cheating on my paper, not because I wasn't smart, but because they figured she was so smart in all the rest of her classes, she couldn't possibly be cheating off of my paper. And so, but the teacher did it. She entertained it. I think she did it to prove me wrong. Well, when we took the test, I got an A and she got an F because her her answer sheet was the exact replica of mine. So we have to be careful because I'm going to say this again. God gives us all tests, and sometimes those test those obstacles come at different parts of our lives. So while you're cheating on somebody else's test, their answers may be on different in different sections on their paper. So we don't want to get to heaven and they turn in their answer sheet and you turn in yours and it's the exact replica of theirs. But they get an A and you get an F because you didn't read the questions to figure out the answers on your own. Everybody's calling is not yours. You have your own gifts. You have your own calling. I know sometimes it may seem like, oh, what they I like that, what they're doing, I'm gonna do that too. But when you're doing that, you may just be going down East Street when you should be going down Main Street. So while they're going and they're going to reach their destination, you're getting further and further away from yours because you're chasing somebody else's destiny. Don't be a destiny swap. Hone yourself into your own destiny. Don't cheat off nobody else's paper because their answers might be on different spots on that paper. Be you. That's what God gave you those gifts for you to be exactly who you are. I love who I am. I love being spontaneous. I love being flamboyant. I love being outgoing. I love being empathetic to people. I love listening to hip hop music, gospel music, R&B music. I love dressing fly. Whether it's a sweats or a nice jumpsuit for a lady or leggings and I just love being exactly who I am unapologetically. I love being beautiful. I love smelling good. I love talking crazy, snapping my fingers, being sassy. That's who makes me. That's what makes me me. That's why God chose me because I can reach certain people in my that's attached to my assignment that may be somebody else who does not talk like me, that does not think like me, that does not speak like me, that does not look like me, cannot reach. So we have to know that God calls us for different things and certain people are attached to us. If you walk in the room and you don't have that personality that I have and you go in there and you try to be that to your audience, it will never stick. It won't stick because that's not who you are. Be who you are, and the right audience will come and they will love you. They will love you because they can relate to you. And people in my audience can relate to me because they know who I am. I have not changed. Spiritually, yes. Do I feel like I'm at a 4D? Absolutely. Absolutely. But I'm still Jackie. I'm not trying to be Shannon. I'm not trying to be Leah. I'm not trying to be Leanne. I'm not trying to be Laquita. I'm not trying to be Velma. I'm not trying to be Norma. I'm not trying to be anybody but Jacqueline Cox. Okay? Listen, Linda. That's who I am. Be who you are. Love who you are. And don't think because Listen Linda has the moment, I need to try to do what Listen Linda doing so I can have the moment. Be the moment. Don't have the moment, be the moment. Because any room that you walk in, if it's your audience, you will be the moment. Never let what somebody else is doing intimidate you from being the best version of you that you can be. Okay? I love you all like Christ loved the church, and I wouldn't be me if I didn't leave you with a song from Listen Linda, the self-titled album, Listen Linda. This song is, I think it's Heaven Wrapped in You, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's what I'm leaving y'all with. I think I'm leaving you with Heaven Wrapped in You. So this song is dedicated to my husband, Dr. Marvis Cox. I wrote this for our anniversary. I love you all like Christ loved the church. Be looking out. Tomorrow is the official release date for the Listen Linda album. It's on vinyl and CD, and it will be available tomorrow on elasticstage.com/Listen Linda. So head over to Elastic Stage, look up Listen Linda, and find the vinyl right there. It's on sale for $31. Go ahead and purchase, or you can purchase the CD for $19.99. Other than that, you can, of course, please stream it on Spotify. Please stream it on Apple Music. Please purchase it in the iTunes store. Listen to it. Find it on iHeartRadio. It is everywhere. Especially God did that. If I were to write a book in the Bible, and Heaven Wrapped in You, I Still Choose You. All of those songs are really, really hot on Spotify right now. I appreciate you all. I thank you all so much for everything and all the support that Listen Linda Brandon Marketing and Publishing has had this past year. And I cannot wait for what's to come in 2026. So keep checking my page on Facebook. That is where I live, child. Okay. And that is my office space. Find me on Facebook, Jacqueline Cox. Thank you all so much. I appreciate you. I love you like Christ loved the church. And if you would like to donate to the Listen Linda Show or the Listen Linda magazine, you can donate to the Cash App at the bottom of the screen, or you can Zelle the telephone number right here at the bottom of the screen. Love you all like Christ loved the church, and
you know, I wasn't looking for forever. I was just trying to breathe again. And then you showed up. And somehow breathing got easy. I didn't know love could feel like that. I didn't know heaven could be a person until I met you. Everybody had a version of what love should be. Promises they couldn't keep, pressure I didn't need. I was walking with the bruises from the time before you came. Thought I lost the rhythm of my heart, thought I never loved the same. But you didn't come with a rush, didn't try to take control. You just touched me like you already knew the cracks inside my soul. You ain't judging what I've been through, you ain't asking me to change. You just hold me like you're certain that my past won't make you stray. And I can't explain the peace I feel, but baby, it's real. The way you move, the way you speak, it's like my heart learns to breathe. Baby, I found heaven wrapped in you. Every smile, every touch feels like something I once knew. I'm not hiding, I'm not fighting, I'm exactly where I choose. Baby, I found heaven wrapped in you. You don't love me like you own me, you love me like you see. You don't rush me when I'm shaky, you just let my spirit be. Every night you pull me closer like we're learning how to heal. You don't force me into passion, you just give me something real. You ain't trying to be a hero, you just showing up on time. You don't fix me with a bandage, you just say your heart is mine. And the way you say it's soft, baby, I don't feel afraid. You the first one who ain't asking me to throw my pain away. And I don't know how heaven moves, but I swear it moved in you. Every second I let go, you pull me back home, baby. I found heaven wrapped in every smile, every touch. Feels like something I once knew. I'm not hiding, I'm not fighting, I'm exactly where I choose. Baby, I found heaven wrapped in you. If love is more than butterflies, more than late night butterflies, show me the parts you don't hide. Let me hold the other side. Don't protect me from the truth, let me see the real in you. We don't gotta rush the rain, let me wash away your pain. Let me be the peace you trust, let me be enough for us. If the world don't understand, I'll still take you by the hand. Cause heaven never needed proof, I'm wanting you. Baby, I found heaven wrapped in every smile, every touch. Feels like something I once knew. I'm not fighting, I'm exactly where I choose. Baby, I found gotta be perfect for me to love you. Just be present, just be real. I've had loud love, messy love, pretty on the outside, broken on the inside kind of love. But this is quiet, safe, steady. Like somebody finally learned where my heart lives. So if anybody asks, I'll tell them I didn't fall in love with a fantasy, I fell in love with the peace I feel when I'm with you. I found heaven, and it came wrapped in you. You don't gotta be perfect for me to love you. Just be present. Just be real. I've had loud love, messy love, pretty on the outside, broken on the inside kind of love. But this is quiet, safe, steady. Like somebody finally learned where my heart lives. So if anybody asks, I'll tell them I didn't fall in love with a fantasy, I fell in love with the peace I feel when I'm with you. I found heaven, and it came wrapped in you.